Joy, we chatted at the halfway point and we were still a little bit uncertain about where they could possibly go. But this looks a lot more healthy than maybe, 20 minutes ago?
No, absolutely. We thought 140, 150 would be decent totals out here. But this is a terrific score. I think it's too short, because if they had just scored 2 more runs, Gautam Bhimani would have won the competition today. But that was not to be. But other than that, this was vintage Virat Kohli. So when they talk about the best batsman in the world, they don't even talk about it for the last innings that he had. He can score at 150, 160. He can do that in his sleep. This carnage is what makes him so special. When he's absolutely going, it doesn't matter what you're bowling, he's going to hit it out of the park. And that's something we saw today. And, the last innings, you would say, give him confidence. This is where Virat Kohli says, okay, I'm in my pomp, I'm in my element, take it on.
Yes, the award that Joy was talking about, the My 11 Circle Badge of Honor, which in this case, I think when you've witnessed entertainment of that nature, you're more than willing to say, okay, fine, fell short. Give the Badge of Honor to that man. He deserves any kind of badge because really he had started slowly. He had expected to get company. He did have for a while of Devdutt Padikkal. And then when AB walked in, you said, okay, this is the Virat AB show. AB went. Virat still continued, Simon.
Yeah, he did, and it was beautifully paced, wasn't it? He was 34 off 30 balls early on in that innings, and he'd just seen wickets fall around him after Devdutt Padikkal had left. He needed an ally, he needed a partner to stay with him, and although in the end Shivam Dube found a couple of boundaries early-ish in his innings, it was Kohli in that partnership, and that big partnership at the back end, that was the key contributor. And to lift his strike rate from where it was 34 off 30 balls to where he finished up off just 52 balls was phenomenal. And some great hitting and some real just innovation, which you see from Kohli not that often, and some placement, I think, was the biggest thing. 76 and 34, great partnership. I thought Dube did his job as well. Somebody just needed to stay with him. They did, and I think it might prove to be very competitive.
Yeah, there were a couple of strokes at the end that made you feel as if there was almost a commitment from the franchise that AB de Villiers had to show off some of his shots. He wasn't there. Who else can do it? Okay, Kohli is a good mimic. If you guys have ever seen him mimic actions and other things, he's a great mimic. In this case, he did some mimicry while playing. He played a perfect AB shot, Joy.
Absolutely. I mean, that ball moving to the off and just doing it. I think, I didn't know if the cameras caught it properly, but there was a look back to the pavilion as if to say, this one's yours, but, I had to borrow it. I had to take it out today and put it out. What an amazing innings. And, what it's done is it's changed the way when Virat is in this kind of mood, okay, RCB is a very different team. Because remember, Virat may not be your greatest tactical captain. He may not be the calmest captain in the field, but he can be an inspirational captain. And the only way Virat knows how to lead is by inspiration. So this would have charged his troops up. They would have really looked at this and they would have gone in and said, we're going to throw everything in the kitchen sink at CSK now. And they know one more thing. With KKR winning today, really you have to say Delhi and Mumbai are fairly certain to qualify. They look as if they're the kind of team. If KKR start getting away, then it's that last spot. They do not want Bangalore to stay there. They do not want Chennai to be there. If they hit Chennai one more time, they think Chennai is going to start dropping out of the race with Punjab. And then sort of it becomes more of a 3-horse race for 2 positions. And that's a better situation for them. So it's not just about winning a game. It's about landing a killer blow on another team.
Yeah, it is. But the one thing that struck me, Simon, we remember, I think we chatted just a few days ago, maybe a couple of weeks ago, about that soft dismissal from Kohli against Mumbai. And we were saying it's a shadow of the person that we know. He's almost put it behind him. And the smile, the enjoyment he had in today's innings, I think, said more than most of his stroke play.
Too good a player, and we always knew that he was too good a player to continue down that road that he just started on early on in the tournament. And it was funny. I think we'd mentioned it in a couple of games ago. That one ball from the super over, when he came out to bat, he got the full toss away, and he got the pull shot away, and the full toss to the boundary. And it was like 2 deliveries. He found the middle of the bat, and then he was off again. And it's amazing how much it can change. He's never going to shirk his work ethic. He is probably one of the best in the world as far as work ethic is concerned, whether it be nets, whether it be gym, whether it be training, whatever it is, looking after himself. So that is never going to be in question. And so the talent won't go away. It's just he might have his bad trot might be 2 games instead of like some others 5 or 6 or 7 games. And he's been back, and I agree with Joy. He knows how to lead just from his personality, from his persona, from his performances. That's his leadership style. Follow me, boys. I'll take these guys on. And that's what he's done tonight. He's lifted his team from what could have been 135, 140 to a very, very competitive total.